Hey guys, welcome back for another fun Sunday morning where we like to have a little bit of fun, but also help you learn more about God and some of the important lessons from Sunday school. Mr. Miller again, along with Mrs. Manges.
Hi guys.
We've had some great couple weeks, haven't we?
We've learned a lot in a short
really
time,
have.
haven't we?
And it's all built on promises from God. He has promised us so many things, and we're learning more and more each week about what God did for people that came before us and what he does for us every day.
Yeah, and we also have learned the key point that God always keeps his promises, doesn't he? If
Always.
he promises us something, he always comes through.
Right, and we've been talking about Abraham and his wife Sarah, who were very, very, very old.
They were
and
like a grandparent.
Right, but God promised that they would have a baby, and we talked about last time how they laughed and laughed and laughed. We can't have a baby.
They did.
We're so old.
It can't happen, right?
Right, but they did.
They
And
did.
what was the baby's name? Do you remember?
Isaac. It was Isaac, wasn't
Isaac.
it? Yes, it was
Which
Isaac.
means
Something about laughing.
he laughs.
He laughs. All right.
Right, because remember Sarah, his mom, laughed when God said
She did.
they were
She
going
didn't
to
think
have
it was
a baby.
possible.
But it happened,
It
so
did.
God kept his promise. So we're going to learn a little bit today about how Isaac started to grow up. So he was a baby, and just like you guys, he gets older and older, and he has an important job to do.
We're going to learn that today,
Yeah,
right?
a little journey with his dad, Abraham. So we're going to learn that today. But we can't do this
I was
just
gonna say, we
us,
gotta have
right?
help because you know our visitors have to come. It wouldn't be
Right.
very fun if it was just us telling the
No,
story,
we could have
right?
fun, but we're
Yeah,
missing somebody.
We
right
are.
now.
So can you guys help us? On
Who
the
are we
count
looking
of
for?
3, here we go.
One, two, three.
Bubba!
Oh,
Oh,
Bubba!
yeah! Yeah!
There's Bubba.
Yeah!
Where's
yeah.
Red at?
Hey,
Oh,
Red!
they're both here.
Bubba and Ray back together.
Oh!
Oh,
look,
All right,
look.
dog.
I brought my dog.
Whoa!
Can I pet
Calm
you?
down, buddy.
Hi,
Calm down.
hi,
Hi, buddy.
Who
Oh,
is
so
this?
soft.
Oh, he likes his ears
This is my
scratched.
dog.
This is your dog.
my
Ray.
dog.
Oh, that's your dog. He's
Didn't
so
you think
cute.
it smelled like up dog in here?
What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
I don't know. What's up with you?
He got us.
That's a
Even the
good
dog
one,
got
Red.
that
Yeah.
one.
Good one, Red.
Oh, that's fun.
Hey,
Well-
hey, I learned something today in school.
You did.
You learned something in school?
Yeah, it's about community helpers.
Oh, we learned about that too.
Wait, what are community
Wait.
helpers? I haven't
you
been in
guys
school in
know?
a long time.
I know. Do you guys know what it is?
Remind us.
Do you
I
remember?
do. I do. I
Community
do.
helpers or who? Who?
People in the community who help.
Yeah, that's right, Red.
They
That's
do
right.
help us.
That's right.
How do
Like-
they help us? What do they do? They give
Yeah.
us
They
things,
Give us
probably,
things
right?
When we
that
need help,
we
they're
need.
there.
Or even a service. Sometimes they might not
Right.
give you something, but they might provide a service.
Do something
Yeah.
for you, right?
Yeah.
What are some examples?
Well, hey, I got a guessing game.
Oh,
I
we
like
like
it.
that.
Play?
Yeah, let's
I
do
like
that.
games.
Play.
You knew he was going to do that, right?
Hold it! The game is about people who provide for us
Mm.
and give us something we need. I will give you clues.
Okay.
And
We can do this, we can do
sh-
this.
It might show you what it provides for us.
All right, we got to figure out who this is.
Okay.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna get the clue. I'll be right back.
Okay. I think I got this. Are you guys
If
ready?
it's
You
a
gotta
game,
help
You
us.
do this.
I'm gonna win.
We're gonna all help each other, right?
And your dog is nice and
Okay.
hanging out with us.
Okay.
What's the first one?
Here's the first one.
All right, what you got?
Oh,
Gotta have muscles.
Oh, you got it?
oh,
Oh, we know what this is.
oh, that was heavy.
I know.
Okay, so it's an apple.
apple.
Red, what is it?
It's an apple.
All right, apple. So
What is-
you
who
gave
are we
us
talking
a clue,
about?
and
Yep.
we have to figure out.
Is
who
it a teacher?
Oh, it could be.
Could be.
Could be. Is it a teacher though? But they don't. They get apples, but they don't really provide.
Right, they don't
an
provide.
apple
So where
or
do we get our
something.
apples from?
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, I know.
Who is it, Red?
On the farm.
You're right.
that's right,
Yeah,
that's right.
apple trees.
So
You know
a
what?
farmer, right,
Yep,
provides
yep.
the apples.
Last weekend, I took my family, and guess what? We got to pick on a farm. Real apples.
Apples.
We did.
Yay.
So
Were
I
they
saw-
red apples?
They were
Green.
And
No,
there were some
Yeah,
green
there's
ones.
different
were
colored
red.
Green
ones.
ones. Okay, so that's cool. So your first clue was an apple,
Okay.
and the
So
community
that
helper that would
Farm.
provide that is a farmer. farmer. You guys
Farmer
probably
kid.
got that, didn't you?
Let me go get
All right,
another
what's
clue.
the next
Another
one?
clue.
I think he has a lot of them with us.
What's it gonna be?
All right, we're gonna see if at home they can guess the next one before we do.
Okay,
Okay?
so we-
Can you guys do this?
Must be a heavy one. Oh.
Ooh, what is that? All right, Mr. Miller, I'll let you get that one.
Can
What
I
is
get that one? Oh.
Oh,
This
hey,
was.
hey.
Wait, hold on. What do you guys think
What
at
is
home?
this?
Do you know what that is?
Who-
That's a clue.
Oh,
Start
It has,
guessing.
Oh,
an,
it's
it has
an
an
envelope.
address on it.
It's an envelope.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a letter, right?
Yeah.
So who?
Where do we get the
Trying
letter
to think
from?
of a community helper that would have.
It
a
just
letter.
magically appears in the mailbox, right?
Yeah. Oh, you
My
don't
grandma
know.
sends me letters.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
right.
the sender, but who's the provider of the letter? I have this one figured out because my dad used to be one of these. For
Oh,
real.
wow.
He really was.
That's amazing.
For 30 years. He was
Wow.
a
He was a what?
someone who brought the letters to people.
Do you think they know
Do
it?
you guys know what it is?
We know we
Can-
can't hear
can
you,
you
but go
shout
ahead
it?
and say it.
Okay, I think they probably know it. Is it a mailman?
Yeah. Good one. They provide all kinds of letters.
Okay.
I got another one. I got another
You
one.
got another
I
one?
got another. Be right
All
back.
right, clue number 3 I think we're on, right?
So there's lots of providers
There
in
are.
our
There
lives
are.
every day. So that's
Yes.
yeah. I guess I don't think about it that way,
Community helpers, right?
right?
All right, we're waiting. What do you have?
This must really be a heavy one.
I'm scared.
Oh,
What's he
my.
got? Oh, what's that one?
Wow.
Oh,
Oh.
thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, you
What
at
is
home,
this?
help
Do
us
you guys
out.
know
What
what
is that?
this is? Can you see it?
It's
Yeah.
a box.
It
Yeah.
is a box, but it hasn't been opened. It has
And it
something
tastes
in there,
delicious,
right? Using our clues here.
Not quite.
It's great
I
flavor.
hope that you don't need this right now, but sometimes when we're feeling kind of under the weather and we get sick, we need medicine, right? Who
I
provides
don't like
us?
being sick.
Now I know mom and
No.
dad might give you some sometimes, but if you're really sick, where do you have to go? What do you think? Red, what do you think? If you're looking a little green, like
Hey,
Bubba
wait a
over there. you look like that all the time. You're healthy, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
If
Like a
I'm
vegetable.
green,
Like a
something's
green
wrong.
vegetable. Yeah, if you turn green, then we're in trouble.
Then something's
Then
wrong.
I have to go to the
To the
doctor.
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 Oh, yeah,
Did
that's
you guys
right,
know
Red.
that
All
one?
right.
That's right.
Okay.
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 How about one more? Do you have one more?
No, yeah. I'll be right
Okay.
back.
Okay. I like this guessing
It
game.
is fun. The dog is sitting here so nice.
So soft.
Sit.
Do you guys like the dog? Should we have him come back?
Ooh, I got a clue. Who provides
What are you
services
doing,
for the
Bubba?
dog?
Oh, like
Guys
if
don't
they need maybe they
Shot?
need to get a
Yeah,
shot.
who would that be? Instead of a doctor, what would the dog
vet,
Yeah,
veterinarian,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
right.
You got another one?
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Careful.
I'm gonna let you hold
Careful,
that one.
careful.
I might hurt myself.
Be careful. Ooh, what is that?
You guys know what that is?
What it is? What is it?
Red? You
Red?
know what that
it
is?
is? Gotta be careful.
It could pinch you if you're not careful.
Yeah. Anyone know? You guys
Is it
know?
for the dentist?
Oh, ready? Can I
Maybe
point
back in
to
the
you?
old days. My
That would
teeth are
be
fine.
scary.
No, no, no,
I
no.
wouldn't do that to you. It's a wrench.
Oh.
What type of person? There's probably lots of different
Oh.
people in the community that might use it.
You know, one time at our house, we had water spraying out from under
Ooh.
the sink,
Yeah.
and
Did
we
you
had
have
to
a
get it.
plumber? Did a
We had to
plumber
get
come
it
and
taken
use that?
care of, so we called a plumber.
Yeah, a plumber.
And they had one of those.
That would be someone that would provide
So
a
they
service.
they provided a fix to our plumbing problem.
Yeah. Who
got the
else?
leak taken
Who
care
else might use one of these? A mechanic. If your
Oh.
car breaks down, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Oh, that was
Right.
your.
Oh, that's what you were looking for.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, there might be other ones.
Good
you guys are
one,
thinking
Mrs.
of.
There are
Manges.
lots of providers out there, right?
All right, this is a fun game. You have
One more, one more.
All right, we have time for one more.
Here we go.
What you got?
He came prepared today,
This is a fun game, Red.
and you're still being so good.
Good
Not even
job.
barking, right? That's a happy dog.
Red, how do you keep him so calm?
I
What do you
feed
got?
You
him
feed him.
apples.
My dog likes apples.
Here
Yes.
comes the last one.
Oh my goodness, that's a heavy one.
Oh,
It's a
oh,
book.
oh, thanks.
This
It's
is
a
a book.
book. I know what that is.
So, who provided the book to him? Did it just show up at his door one day? Probably not.
You could get one at the bookstore, but what if you just wanted to borrow it? Who would be who
Yeah,
would
where
provide
would
that
you
service?
At school, I get books from
Yeah,
the library.
You do. And
Oh,
who
who's
is
the person?
that provides those?
The
Do you know?
library
The
teacher.
librarian.
Library
yeah.
teacher.
Yeah, it's
Same
a.
thing, right?
Everything.
You're right. It's a librarian.
Librarian. That's right. That's right.
Exactly. So that's another great provider, right? Hey, thanks so much. That was a lot of great examples of providers in our
Good job, Bubba.
Yep, good guessing, everybody. All these people provide things we need or want.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And in our Bible story, God provided something Abraham needed.
Oh.
And I think I want to learn about that. Do you guys want to learn more about that?
I do, Mr. Miller.
Yeah,
I
this
do.
is
You
a
know this
this
story,
is a
don't
really
you?
great story.
Can you tell us?
Yes, let's
wanna
talk
hear
about
this.
this. So, as Isaac grew up, he started out as a baby, and then
Mm-hmm.
he grew stronger and older. And God loved Abraham very much, and he loved Isaac very much. But God wanted to find out how much Abraham really loved him. So, God had a task or a job for Abraham to do. Can anyone guess what it might be? It was something that was kind of hard to do.
So-
Jumping jacks.
Those are easy. We know you
Yeah.
can do those.
We could do jumping jacks.
Yeah, this was something that he probably didn't want to do, but he had to put his faith in God.
Taking out the
Oh.
trash.
Oh,
Yeah, that's.
I have to do that
But-
Thursday nights. It's not very
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, but that's a hard one though.
So let's
have
learn
your
a little
faith
bit about
tested.
it.
What do
Right.
you mean by that?
Well, God wanted Abraham to take his son Isaac to a special place.
Okay.
Okay? And when they got there, God wanted them to build an altar. You know do you guys know what an altar is?
Oh, an altar. I do. Do you know? You guys know? No?
No?
All right.
may
I
have
want you
seen
guys
one.
to think about at church when you see your parents go up to communion. There's that special table, special place,
Mhm.
and you'll see candles and a pretty
Right.
cross in the middle.
Right.
That's an altar.
Oh,
And we kneel down.
They
Yeah.
kneel.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In biblical times, they would have this special table, and they would sacrifice something. And by sacrifice means they would give up something to show God their love.
Right, to
Okay,
show the
so
appreciation
we're
for
talking
God.
back in biblical times. That special place was like a special table
Right.
where they gave up something to show God love.
Exactly. So that's what God wanted them to do. So Abraham knew that he could trust God no matter what. So the next day, they went with some servants.
Okay.
So Isaac and his dad Abraham went with some servants to go on this trip to find this special
And why
place.
did they do this? Why did they go?
Because God asked them to.
Okay.
They
All
didn't
right.
really know.
Ooh, it'd be scary if
Sometimes
you
you
didn't
just
know
have to-
why.
Right.
Hmm.
You have
Okay.
to trust God and go. So now can you guys help us picture Abraham and Isaac and the servants? Now they're walking. So
Okay,
we need to
should-
make
should we
like
walk?
do like a
Can we
step,
walk like a
step.
You guys
okay?
want to do that? Can you guys do it too? Let's
Yeah.
do it all together. Here we go. We're gonna go.
Step, as
Okay.
Abraham and Isaac walked up the road, okay?
Okay.
Step. Isaac, he was a little bit older now.
Yeah.
He was getting stronger. He carried a big thing of wood
Okay, we
in
can do
his
that.
arms.
All right.
So can you guys
as
pretend
we
like you're
step,
carrying
we gotta
the
do that
wood?
again. We gotta step with our wood.
So you have to
Step,
carry the wood, step,
okay.
step,
It's getting
okay?
heavy.
And when they walked, Isaac started to wonder about something. He knew they had wood.
Okay.
He knew that they
Had the wood.
were going to be able to make a fire when they got to that special place, but Isaac didn't see any offering. They didn't bring anything with them to use as the offering
Well, that's
to put on that table.
confusing.
So he was starting to wonder. So he said, "Father, where is the lamb for the offering?"
We have the wood
hmm
for the fire thing.
He knew how to make a fire, but he
Okay.
didn't have the lamb.
Okay.
Okay? So, did Abraham give him the answer right away? He said, "Don't worry, son. God will..." What do you think, guys? What did he say? God will...
You know that big word?
Provide.
Provide. Just
We
like
learned
those
about that
community
before.
helpers
Yeah.
provided, okay? So, God will provide. And Isaac said, okay. So, they started walking again.
Okay, can we do that again?
So
What
let's
do we
keep
do?
walking. Step, step. Finally, they got to the place where God told them to go.
Okay.
So now, imagine they got there to an altar, and Abraham found some rocks
Oh.
to put together for the
Were they
altar.
big
Oh.
rocks?
Big ones.
Big
So
ones?
do you
Okay.
think they made a sound when they hit the ground?
Like
Oh,
plonk.
like plunk.
Yeah, let's
But there's a bunch of
pretend
them.
like we
so
have rocks, right?
plunk,
Okay, you
plunk.
have to help us though. Should we do
Ready?
it? Okay, get them.
Put those rocks down. Plunk, plunk, plunk,
Okay.
plunk. Okay?
So that's the altar that they built?
Right.
Okay.
But you know what? Isaac asked that question again. He said,
Where?
"Father, where is the lamb?"
The lamb, right?
Where's
The
the
sacrifice,
offering,
or
the
up to God.
sacrifice?
Yeah.
So this was really on Isaac's mind a lot,
I
wasn't
bet.
it? He
I
couldn't
would
get
wonder.
he couldn't get get loose from that. So Abraham loved Isaac very much, but Abraham loved God too, and he knew he had to trust God no matter what. So Abraham obeyed God and did what he said. Okay? So here
That would
is
be hard to do.
right,
That-
and listen to what he had to do.
Mm-hmm.
So Abraham
Scary.
picked up his son Isaac and put him on the altar.
Really?
What do you guys think of that? It's kind of scary,
He was
right?
going to
That's-
give up his
no.
own
Wow.
son?
He was going to put his own son. Remember, the
Why?
rocks and the wood
Yeah.
would go on top of the rocks,
Okay.
and then they would light a fire
Wow.
Oh,
to make
that's
the
scary.
sacrifice.
But why? Why would he do that? Why would he put his son there?
Right.
Why would he do that?
Because God was trying to find out how much he loved him, right?
God was testing him, his faith. That's what you
His
said
faith,
earlier.
to see if he had enough faith in
I'm
him.
following you.
So here's Isaac up on this altar.
Ugh, so
He
scary.
hasn't lit the fire yet, right? And just when he was getting ready to do that, God saw that Abraham trusted him. He saw that Abraham was willing to sacrifice his own son. So guess what God said, guys?
What?
God
Stop!
said,
I bet he said stop.
Stop.
Didn't he?
Oh.
he said,
Oh,
stop!
Oh.
Don't hurt Isaac.
Oh.
Can we say that all together?
Okay, ready? Here we go.
Stop!
Don't
hurt Isaac!
I know you love me. So can we say that together? Stop! Don't hurt Isaac. I know you love me. So can you imagine Abraham was pretty relieved, right?
My heart's beating fast right now.
And who else was relieved? Who else was happy?
Isaac, because he
Isaac.
questioned that
Isaac.
whole time.
And he's up there on the
Oh.
altar, right?
Mhm.
So guess what? Abraham picked him up and pulled him off of there.
Whoa.
Wow.
Thanks,
Ooh,
goodness.
And he was
relief.
safe.
Wow.
He was safe, right? So Abraham looked up and he heard God's voice. And he saw a male sheep, which is called a ram, that was stuck in the bushes nearby.
Did God provide that?
God provided that.
Oh,
Oh.
what
So
a cool
remember,
story.
Isaac kept asking, "Where's the sheep? Where's the sheep?"
Yeah.
They didn't have it this whole time,
The
and
whole
all
time
of a
when they were
sudden,
walking.
the whole time they were
step.
walking along, and all of a sudden, there's the lamb. So
That
what do you
God
think?
provided.
So was that the sacrifice that God provided,
Mhm.
so that Isaac could go home and be with his family?
So
and
God
continue.
had a plan all along, didn't
He
he?
did.
Wow.
What do you guys think of that?
That's
That
amazing.
turned out to be a much better
it was
story.
getting a little scary.
It was scary, but we know that because Abraham trusted God, God provided.
And God provides for us in so many ways.
He does.
Yeah.
How does he
Bubba,
do
what
that?
are some ways that God provides to you?
Well, he gave me a good friend like you, Red.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty easy.
What about your parents?
What about you, Red? What does God provide for you?
Well, God provides me my dog.
And we like him too, so that's great.
And how about food like that red apple we had earlier, right? Every day he provides us
Right.
with food.
Or whatever you had
could
for
keep
breakfast
going.
this morning.
On
But
and
you
on.
know,
Yeah.
the best way that God provides is sending his son Jesus.
To do what? Help us
Ah.
out. What do we need to do, guys?
Okay, gotta
Okay.
do this right.
All right, you tell us, Red. You're getting good at this. All right, so Jesus did what? What did he do?
Jesus died on the cross to save our sins.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And what did he do with those sins? He washed all of our
Washed
sins
them
away,
all away.
right?
So God provided a savior, right?
He did.
That would take
His
all those
son.
sins away.
Yep.
Very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think you guys understood that story pretty well.
You did. And before we leave, I want to get our verse out.
Oh yeah, can I hold
Mr.
it up for
Miller.
you?
You always do such a good job here. Okay.
Oh, this is
so-
the longest one I've ever seen. Actually,
He's
no.
kidding. It's not very long.
It's a pretty short one, but it's maybe one of the most important ones.
It is.
Right?
It goes
The most
right
important.
along with the story. Where
You guys see
can
it?
I find it in the Bible? Let's start there.
Are we gonna start with that?
Yeah, what's it say?
Do you guys know what the first book of the Bible is? Don't say number 1.
Bubba, the book. What book of the Bible? They know. They're yelling it at home. I know they are. What's the first book? Starts- You got it.
It's another word
Say
for
it.
beginning.
You're close.
Genesis.
Genesis.
Wow, that's
Yep.
very
Wow.
We can find this verse in Genesis 22:8.
22:8.
Even that's short, isn't it?
Right?
Okay, so,
Can we say it here?
It
Or
goes like
you
this.
say it and then they can repeat
okay,
it.
it says God will provide. You guys say it.
God
will provide.
What did he provide in this story today? That's what you need to tell us. What did he
Do
provide?
you guys
What
remember?
was it? The lamb.
The lamb.
The
Right?
lamb.
Okay,
Right.
so God
will
provide the
the lamb. God will provide the
lamb.
Where's it from?
Genesis.
Now we can go 22, 8. Let's
I
do that
can
one more
only
time.
do
I
half
know,
of
you
that.
can do, yeah. You just hold the paper.
Okay,
Ready?
you guys do the
Okay,
numbers.
Genesis 22,
22,
8. Let's do the whole thing. Are you
Okay,
ready?
ready?
Okay.
All right.
All right. See if
Ready,
you can
guys?
do it. This time with your eyes
I think we can do it
closed.
without the paper.
Okay, you think
'Cause
so?
It's a short one.
Okay. All right. I think we can do it.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Right.
God will provide the
lamb.
lamb. Where's it at? Genesis
Genesis
22, 8.
8.
We got it. All right. Next
Very
week
good.
we have a new story. So tune in,
Yes.
and we are going to learn about Jacob.
That's right.
Yeah.
More promises from God, so make sure you join us. All right.
Bye.